Yeah, what's going on, you guys? Mikey here. I guess you want my opinion on game one of the second round. Now, don't get me wrong, I was a little pissed off for most of the game, so give me a little bit while I vent a bit. Where do I begin? First of all, these have been the most god-awful refs I have ever seen. These refs are awful. Well, one in particular. His name is Scott Foster, and if you're not up to speed with Scott Foster, I don't blame you. Basically, Scott Foster is... how can I say it? He's like if Joey Crawford and Tim Donaghy had a son, and he was a total dipshit. That's basically all I can say. He purposely was put into this game to ref for game one of the Bucks-Celtics series because of two things. One, he fucked up bad and let the Celtics win just barely against Brooklyn. And we swept Brooklyn. And by we, I mean the Celtics. Because I'm a Celtics fan. As you can tell by the New England Patriots shelf. I'm a New England fan. And a Boston fan as well. Here's the problem, though. Because of this mistake, Adam Silver gave him a second chance and decided to ref this game. So instead of game 4s, 5s, 6s, or 7s, he's now coaching game 1. Now, usually he doesn't do that. That's not his job. Some refs do, but not Scott Foster. He doesn't do that. And he knew he fucked up, so he wanted to piss off TD Garden. And that's exactly what he did. His job was to let Giannis win. And that was the stupidest fucking thing you have ever done in your entire life. Imagine Mickey from that one rom-com, I think it's called Forget Paris, with Billy Crystal, 1995. Go see it if you haven't already. It's a funny-ass movie. Basically, he's like if Billy Crystal refed a game, except instead of giving everybody technicals, he doesn't even give a technical, not even like blowing the whistle. Like, Udoka doesn't scream at him. He's just sitting there calm with his mask on his fucking chin. Like, no, that's awful. That's awful coaching. But it's not even the fact that Udoka was a bad coach. It wasn't even his fault. I'm going to point out a couple things. One of them was Scott Foster. The fact that he wanted the Bucks to win this game, and a lot of media wanted the Bucks to win, is extremely unacceptable. Then they don't care. They don't want Boston to make it. They just want the media wants Milwaukee to go back to back, and it's not going to happen. I don't know why you think this. It's not happening. Like, for ratings, fuck your ratings. Nobody cares. You're not going to make money out of this shit. You just criticize every other team just because you think it's funny. It's not. Cowherd does it. Stephen A. sometimes does it. Hell, even Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp do it all the time. And Sharp's a diehard fucking Lakers fan. I don't get it. Why do y'all hate Boston? What did we do to you? We did nothing wrong. Is it because we have 11 fucking rings from Bill Russell? Is that why you hate us? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. It's not just Scott Foster that I blame for the fact that he let Giannis get every call, as usual. But that wasn't what pissed me off. He didn't give Tatum any calls, didn't give Marcus any calls when he was getting banged up, didn't give Rob Williams any calls, Tice any calls, Pritchard any calls. He didn't give any of us any calls. Like, that's how terrible of a ref he really is. The same shit he did with CP3 in the finals against Giannis, ironically and coincidentally enough. He just didn't give Chris Paul any calls, especially when he was shooting poorly. Some of it was CP3's fault. The other part was not his fault. You know what I mean? Scott's just a terrible ref. He's a terrible ref. I would argue he's worse than Donaghy, but not as bad as Crawford. That's how bad Scott Foster is. He's terrible. He's awful. He's even worse than Steve Javy. And I knew, I watch highlights sometimes, and Javy, at least Javy was smart today, and, he knew, certain calls would be, offensive. Like, one call, thankfully, was successful. I think we made a successful challenge because Grayson Allen, made a three-point attempt over Grant Williams, and they thought it was a foul on Grant, and it wasn't. And thankfully, it was I think they gave a turnover on Grayson Allen. And that's the second thing I need to mention. Speaking of Grayson Allen, not really Grayson Allen per se, we left him open. What the fuck? Where there's nobody guarding Grayson Allen? Get fucking men on him. Like, for God's sake. Number 3, speaking of shooters, let's talk about Jaylen Brown, one of our best scorers on the team. Where are you? Was it the last day of Ramadan? Are you still fasting? Like, what the fuck's going on? Where are you? You're not shooting your free throws. You're not making your threes. I don't know what's going on. Fourth is Tatum. Tatum kept wailing for every call and proceeded to play like dog shit. I just don't understand. I don't know what's wrong with you. What is wrong with you, Tatum? Stop trying for every call. You're probably not going to get all of them. And the fifth thing, as I mentioned earlier, Udoka. You didn't try to piss off the refs or anything. Usually every coach would be pissed off if certain calls didn't go their way. And you're just sitting there calm like you know everything. No, you don't. Go to the fucking Scott Foster's face. Scott Foster, why did I say it like that? Go to Scott Foster's face and be like, hey, I'm trying. There's a foul right there on that play. Blow the fucking whistle. And then if you get a technical, hey, that's fine. That's good motivation for us to try to actually create defense, create offense on the next play. You know what I mean? That's good motivation. But we're not doing that. We're just playing it cool. No, we need to be fucking aggressive. That's how we're going to beat Milwaukee. And for anybody wondering, I have Boston at 6. I am a little worried now about... Now, not Robert Williams, per se. He did get nut-tapped by Giannis's right foot. That was a terrible kick. I don't know why he didn't get fined for that. Or Bobby Portis. Some of the Bucks players should also be fined for some of the bullshit, like roughing housing that they gave us. They should be fined. And I know they're not going to do it, but they should. They really should. And no one's going to talk about it. Because they think they're playing great defense. No, they're not. They fucking roughhoused us. Picture like that Malice at the Palace, but without fighting in the crowd. Without the punching the fans. That's how bad it was. Well, not that bad. But it was around there. You know what I mean? It was really horrible. To the point that the whole Boston crowd was so quiet. It was awful. It was awful. We kept being down by 10 points. We kept being down by double digits. I just don't understand it. I have the Celtics in 6. But if the series gets really out of hand, I don't know where we're going to go from here. I do the one thing isn't Rob Williams I worry about Marcus Smart. He did get banged up a lot. I think he popped his shoulder. They were like, okay, you're back. You're good to go. Couldn't even do anything else. If there's a way we could stop Giannis, or not just Giannis, anyone in Milwaukee as a whole, we need to do it now. Lock Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum in the gym and make them make their free throws until they're ready to go. Make them make 1,000 free throws and then leave the gym. But this is bullshit. I don't want to see Jaylen Brown miss any more free throws. I'm pissed off about it. He kept missing free throws in the first round. I don't want it to happen again. I really don't. It makes me angry. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little rant. This was a terrible game. This was an awful game. I'm not a fan of Giannis right now. I truly am not. I'm really pissed right now. Also, my beard is growing like crazy. Show us off to all the baddies in the world or any of your best friends. This was an awful, awful game. This was fucking awful. My beard is crazy. You know what's funny? I haven't had a haircut in a while. I might rock with this beard. I gotta rock with it. Sorry. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video. Treat me like I treat me. Treat me. Peace.